intelligencesquared.com.
Well, a very, very good evening to you. Delighted to have Professor Stiglitz with us, and it's fantastic that economics can pull in such a big crowd. British economists are pretty good by global standards. American economists are somehow more interesting, I always tend to think. They have a tradition of saying things that people can understand, writing in newspapers, being polemical and political, and also winning Nobel Prizes. Joe Stiglitz is in this tradition. He's written this book, the latest of his books, highly readable, available from the foyer, I should say. But he's also worked in the real world. Well, the sort of real world, the World Bank, the Clinton administration. But he's achieved top academic distinction with a Nobel Prize, which he got with several others for spotting something quite important in economics, and indeed in life, that information is extremely important, and that markets don't always work well when information is unequally distributed. If a lender doesn't know how reliable a borrower is, the market for loans may not work well. Now, that's something that might perhaps sound a bit obvious now, but the arguments are quite subtle. It's around the fact that if bad borrowers are the ones who have an inclination to borrow because they don't intend to pay the loans back, the whole market for loans can be screwed up. And similar arguments have been applied to second-hand cars. Similar arguments apply in the labour market too. Those arguments, they reshaped economics in the 1970s and 80s, and Joe Stiglitz is one of the three men who gained recognition for them. At the moment, he's a professor at the Columbia Business School in New York. He also chairs the Brooks World Poverty Institute at the University of Manchester. So good academic, good policymaker. Now, I don't want to put British economists down. We did have the greatest the world has ever seen in John Maynard Keynes, but the Americans, I'm afraid, even have the most fluent followers of Keynes these days, and Joseph Stiglitz is one of those. Right, our format for tonight is going to be very simple. He's going to speak for up to 15 minutes. At that point, I will stop him, whatever he's saying. I will talk to him a little bit up here. We'll have some conversation up here, and then we will take questions from the floor. But let's get straight on and welcome Professor Joseph Stiglitz.